Welcome to another live stream here on YouTube at Sports Bonanza John and on Twitch at Sport Guru John. Getting set for the NFC Championship game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks, two NFC West rivals. Winner heads to Super Bowl 60. We will preview this game momentarily. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for looking over us, Lord, and please look over these players. Please keep everyone safe tonight. Players, fans, trainers, coaches, officials, please keep everyone safe, and please continue to look over all of us, Lord, and please continue to protect everyone that was in this winter storm, and just look over all us and keep us all protected, Lord, as we ask in your name. Amen. All right, the Rams and the Seahawks doing battle for a berth in Super Bowl 60. These two teams met just a few weeks ago in Seattle, with the Seahawks winning in big comeback fashion. This is the third meeting of the season between these two teams. Two coaches not even to 40 years old, Sean McVay and Mike McDonald, the head coaching matchup in this game. Matthew Stafford and Sam Darnold, the coaching matchup in this one, or the quarterback matchup in this one, excuse me, to see who will make it to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara coming up 2 weeks from tonight. Twelfth man in Seattle, going to be ruckus for this game tonight. The winner of this game to face the New England Patriots. The Patriots winning the AFC Championship just a little while ago, beating the Denver Broncos 10-7 in snowy Denver. So the Patriots have punched their ticket to Super Bowl 60. Who will they be facing, the Rams or the Seahawks? The teams road to get here, the Rams winning in Carolina in the wild card round in a tightly contested game. And then the Rams winning in frigid Chicago last week in the divisional round against the Bears. So the Rams with two road wins to get to this NFC Championship game. Meanwhile, the Seahawks had the wild card round off as the number one seed, took on their division rival 49ers in the divisional round last week and just destroyed San Francisco 41-6 last week to get to this NFC Championship game in Seattle as they get to host against the Rams. On a sun, as the sun is setting over Seattle, Washington. It says the temperature at kickoff is going to be 71 degrees. I don't know. I have to see if that's correct or not. They're actually getting ready to play the national anthem, so we're going to pause here momentarily while the national anthem plays. Just getting done with the national anthem there in Seattle. One to pause while the national anthem was getting played. So we're Rams and Seahawks, two NFC West rivals for a berth in the Super Bowl in Santa Clara 2 weeks from tonight. The Rams, the 5 seed in the NFC. The Seahawks, the number 1 seed in the NFC. Can the Rams win on the road for the 3rd time in a row in these playoffs and punch their ticket to the Super Bowl? Matthew Stafford will be looking to get back to the Super Bowl for the 2nd time. He won against the Bengals. That Super Bowl was played at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, in Inglewood, I should say. Sam Darnold looking to make his first trip to the Super Bowl. As I mentioned, 2 coaches not even at 40 years old yet, Sean McVay and Mike McDonald. 2 phenomenal young coaches in the league. And 2 teams that know each other well, being division rivals. Rams still have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth, losing that regular season game late in the season the way they did, with the Seahawks coming back in that game to win it. And that game was part of the big reason that the Seahawks ended up the number 1 seed in the NFC. As I mentioned, the Rams getting here knocked off the Carolina Panthers in the wild card round. That was a competitive game. And then the Rams got the win in frigid Chicago last week in overtime over the Bears. The 2 road wins that have gotten the Rams to this NFC Championship game, and the Seahawks coming off just a pounding of their NFC West rival 49ers in the divisional round last week. So this should be a doozy, the Rams and the Seahawks. About a couple minutes away from kickoff there in Seattle, the 12th man. You know they're going to be loud tonight as the sun is setting over Seattle, Washington. Nice to see the sun there. Here in the Midwest where I am, it's been a winter wonderland the last 2 days. A lot of snow has fallen here in the Midwest and in a lot of places across the country. Hope everybody's staying safe. Yeah, I didn't think that was right. It said here on the thing I used, the temperature at kickoff was going to be 71 degrees. I didn't think that was right. 41 degrees at kickoff in Seattle, but the sun is out and a very slight chance of rain. And that would be in the second half tonight if it does fall. So here we go. The Rams and Seahawks for a berth in the Super Bowl on the line. Downtown Seattle, Washington on a Sunday night. Actually, still Sunday early afternoon out there. Little past 3:30 local time in Seattle. Teams getting their final instructions before this NFC Championship game kicks off. I planned on being on the air for the live stream in the AFC Championship game, which preceded this game, but I had done a college basketball game earlier before that game started. That game ran long. I do not like cutting off in the middle of a game, nor do I like going into a game after it's already started. So that's why the live stream of the AFC Championship that I had planned did not go on. But we are ready to go here in the NFC Championship. In Seattle, crowd is loud already at Lumen Field. Rams are going to receive the football first as Seattle is getting set to kick off. Winner to Super Bowl 60 against the New England Patriots. And we are just about set to go. And the run-up and the kick. And this NFC Championship game is underway. Taken at the 4, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, and return to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Rams will start their first possession of this game. And out comes Matthew Stafford and that Rams offense. That loss in Week 16 to the Seahawks is the only time in his career that Stafford has lost to the Seahawks. Team split the 2 regular season meetings. First down for the Rams at the 31, opening possession of this game. Stafford with the handoff to Williams, and Williams will get taken down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on first down for Kyren Williams. Be second down and 6 coming up. Second down and 6. Ball at the 35-yard line. High snap to Stafford on 2nd and 6. The throw is going to be caught to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 on that second down reception. Puka Nacua with his first catch. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Rams on the opening possession. Third and 3 from the 38. Stafford looking to throw too high, intended for Nacua, and the Rams 3 and out on the opening possession. So Ethan Evans coming on to punt for the Rams. Rashid Shaheed set to return for the Seahawks. Evans gets the punt away. And Shaheed with a fair catch at the 18-yard line, and that's where the Seahawks will start their first possession of this game. And here comes Sam Darnold and that Seahawks offense. As they will start their opening drive of this game from inside their 20. $13:33 to play in the opening quarter. They're marking it at the 19 officially, so 1st and 10 at the 19 for the Seahawks. It's a delayed handoff on first down, and this is a good gain of 5 yards on first down for Kenneth Walker, getting his first carry, and it'll be a 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Seahawks. Second down and 5 from the 24. Darnold takes the shotgun snap. Darnold to throw for the first time over the middle, incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Seattle. Third down, the Seahawks need 5. Football at their own 24. Darnold to throw on 3rd down and 5. Darnold throws a deep one down the field. Has a man on target. A big 3rd down completion to Shaheed. A 1st down for the Seahawks into Rams territory on a big 3rd down gainer. That pass right on target to Shaheed on 3rd and 5. Ball at the Rams' 25-yard line. 51 yards on that pass play. And now here's a screen pass to Smith and Jigba, and he'll pick up another Seahawks 1st down. And the Seahawks have marched it down into the red zone on the opening possession. First and goal for Seattle at the 9. Seahawks looking to dent the scoreboard first in this NFC Championship game. Darnold under center this time. He will hand it off. This is Walker, and Walker gets to the 6. It'll be 2nd and goal from there for Seattle. Second and goal from the 6. Rams went 3 and out on their opening possession. Seahawks looking to punch it in the end zone and get the early lead. Another handoff to Walker on 2nd and goal. He is stuffed after a gain of 2. Well, he broke a tackle and got about an extra yard out of it, so it'll be 3rd and goal at the 3 now for Seattle. Showing the strength of Kenneth Walker right there. 3 Rams were in there for the tackle, and he still was able to break out of it to pick up an extra yard or 2. Mark it at the 2, so 3rd and goal at the 2 for Seattle. For a 3rd time, Walker gets it. Walker right side. Walker touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker punches it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks strike first in this NFC Championship game. Walker with the touchdown run from 2 yards out. Extra point is up and good. And it is a 7-0 lead for Seattle on Kenneth Walker's 2-yard touchdown run. So a great start for the Seahawks. Big play on that drive, the 51-yard pass from Darnold to Shaheed that set the Seahawks up in Rams territory. And then once the Rams got it into the red zone, it was Kenneth Walker that took over from that point and finished off the drive. 7-0 Seattle. 9:57 to play in the opening quarter in this NFC Championship game. So couldn't ask for a better start for the Seahawks. They punch it in on their opening drive, and their defense forced a 3-and-out on the opening drive on the Rams side. So the Rams needing to answer early on in this one. Sam Darnold 2 for 3 on that drive for 67 yards. Again, the big play to Rashid Shaheed, the 51-yard pass. Seahawks getting set to kick this off to the Rams. Rams hoping for a little better drive than they had in the opening drive. So Matthew Stafford's set to come out for the second drive of the game. Not much of a wind to speak of, 5 miles an hour. And the kickoff is taken at the 3. Across the 10, 20-yard line, 25, and down at the 27-yard line. And that's where the Rams will start possession number 2. Now we've got some pushing and shoving after the play between the two teams. Officials quickly there to break that up. Rams start their second possession of this game at their own 27, 1st and 10. Stafford will hand it off on 1st down and across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. I believe that was Corum that got the carry on 1st down. Be 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 7. They're going to put it at the 30. Second and 7 at the 30. Stafford's going to throw a deep ball down the field, and he's got his man Nacua inside the 30 at the 26. Stafford with a big play to Puka Nacua for 44 yards, and the Rams inside the Seahawks 30. First down for the Rams at the 26 of Seattle. Stafford's going to throw it to the end zone, but he overshoots Nacua this time. It'll be 2nd and 10. There was good coverage on Nacua that time by the Seahawks defense as well. Second and 10 at the 26. 8:28 remaining opening quarter. Stafford Stafford throws again toward the end zone, but overshoots everybody and it goes out of bounds. It'll be third down. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but that pass was well out of bounds. 3rd and 10 coming for the Rams. Third down and 10. Rams at the Seahawks 26. Stafford throws incomplete. That was a little behind Nakua, and 4th down, and the Rams may have to settle for a field goal attempt. Mevis will come on for a field goal attempt of 43 yards. It'll be 44-yard attempt, actually. Mevis has not missed in the postseason. He's 4 for 4, and this one is down the pipe. So make it 5 for 5 for Mevis, and the Rams do get points. They got the long pass downfield, but the Seahawks defense holds firm after that and holds the Rams to 3. And it is 7-3 Seahawks. 8:15 to go in the opening quarter. Six plays, 47 yards on the Rams drive. Took a minute 42. And a Mevis 44-yard field goal has the Rams on the board. So the Seahawks will get the ball back on offense here. Still with the lead. Again, the winner of this game off to Santa Clara and Super Bowl 60 against the New England Patriots. The Patriots a 10-7 winner in the AFC Championship game over the Broncos in what ended up being a snowy second half out there in Denver. And here's the kickoff. And down in the end zone for a touchback. So Seahawks will start their second possession at the 35. First down for the Seahawks from the 35-yard line. Darnold going under center for this first down snap, and it'll be a handoff on first down, and it'll go up to the 39, 40-yard line for Walker. Boy, you're seeing the strength in Kenneth Walker. It takes about 4 or 5 Rams to finally officially bring him down. Second down and 5. Second down and 5 for the Seahawks. Play clock down to 2. Darnold does get it off. Fakes the handoff this time. Now rolling to his left. Throws to an open receiver. This will be a first down for the Seahawks. Ball was fumbled out of bounds. It will be a Seattle first down. A.J. Barner, the tight end, second year out of Michigan, with the reception. First down at the 46 for the Seahawks. And here's another handoff and a big hole. And this will be a gain of close to 8 on first down for Kenneth Walker. Brings up second down and about 2. Second and 2 into Rams territory. And it goes right back to Walker on the handoff. First down for the ball carrier Walker, and he picks up 9 inside the Rams 40 to the 38. Kenneth Walker already 35 yards on 7 carries. First down from the Rams 38. Darnold moves back to shotgun this time, and he'll drop back to throw right side. It's a screen pass to Walker. Walker inside the 30. Walker inside the 25 to the 23. Give Walker 15 more, this time on the pass reception. First down from the 23 of the Rams. Sixth first down already in this first quarter for Seattle. And a carry to guess who. This time, Walker is met in the backfield and may have lost a yard. Bring up second and 11. They did give Walker the line of scrimmage, so second and 10. Darnold throws left side. There's Smith and Jigba into the red zone, out of bounds at the 17. It'll be third down and about 2.5. Third down and 2 and about 2.5. Seattle's converted both of their third down conversions so far in this game. Darnold on 3rd and 2, throws, pass is caught one-handed by Jackson Smith and Jigba at the 7. 1st and goal for the Seahawks. What a catch that was. A one-handed grab by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Wow. 1st and goal at the 7. And here's a handoff, and this is going to be a loss of a yard, maybe 2 yards on 1st down. It was not Walker this time. George Holani got the carry, and he lost 2. Second and goal. Ball sitting at the 9-yard line. Walker back in at the running back position. And they give it to him. Walker up the middle. Walker to the 5. He'll be stopped there. First flag of the game comes in. So we'll have our first penalty of this NFC Championship game. Clay Martin is the referee, and this one's coming back. It's against Seattle. Holding against the Seahawks. So move it to 2nd and goal back at the 19. Anthony Bradford was guilty of the holding penalty for Seattle. 2nd and goal at the 19. Darnold, short pass. This is Walker, and Walker gets back to the 9. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and goal. Down to a minute and a half to play in this opening quarter. Third and goal at the 9. Rams would love nothing more than to hold the Seahawks to a field goal here. Darnold. Darnold looks, end zone, incomplete. Barner looking for a flag as he was the intended receiver, but none's coming. And the Seahawks will have to settle for a field goal try. A.J. Barner was looking around for a flag, as was head coach Mike McDonald. There was a little bit of contact there in the end zone, but no flag came out. And now Jason Myers coming on for the Seahawks. Try one from 27. And Myers puts it through, and the Seahawks get 3 more. So the Seahawks have scored on their first 2 drives of this game and lead this game 10-3 with 54 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. That drive took almost half the quarter. 12 plays, 56 yards, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. So a 10-3 lead for Seattle with 54 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Sam Darnold, 7 of 9, 114 yards passing in this first quarter. So the Rams will be on their offense for the third time after this kickoff. Seahawks, counting their win last week over the 49ers, have won 8 in a row. Their last loss was in Week 11 to this Rams team. Here's the kickoff. Taken at the 9, across the 25, 30, 35. Good kickoff return there, and the Rams will have pretty good starting field position with 48 seconds left in this opening quarter. First down for the Rams from the 35. Hand off to Williams, and Williams will get taken down at the 38-yard line, gain of 3. And it'll bring up second down and 7 for the Rams. Play clock's about 2 seconds ahead of the game clock, so the Rams will have to run one more play before the end of the first quarter. Second and 7 at the 38. Stafford, another handoff to Williams. Williams has a first down up to midfield. That'll be a gain of 12 for Kyren Williams, and that play will take us to the end of the first 15 minutes in the NFC Championship game in Seattle. End of 1, Seahawks 10, Rams 3. A berth in Super Bowl 60 against the New England Patriots for the winner. Taking a look at the stats after the first quarter, Seahawks picked up 147 yards of offense in that first quarter compared to the Rams' 69. Just one penalty in that first quarter. That was against the Seahawks. Seahawks had the ball for 11 minutes in that first quarter compared to the Rams' 4 minutes. Sam Darnold in that first quarter for Seattle, 7 of 9 for 114 yards. Seven completions went to 4 different receivers. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 3 catches, 33 yards. Kenneth Walker, 2 catches, 24 yards. 1 catch for 51 yards, that big reception for Rashid Shaheed. And 1 catch for 6 yards for A.J. Barner. Running the ball, Kenneth Walker ran it 8 times for 35 yards. in that first quarter. The Rams, Matthew Stafford just 2 for 6 in that first quarter for 47 yards. Both receptions to Puka Nacua, 2 catches, 47 yards for him. On the ground, Kyren Williams rushed it 3 times for 19 yards. Blake Corum rushed it once for 3 yards. As the Seahawks have a 10-3 lead after the first quarter. When we begin the second quarter, the Rams will have a first down at midfield. A packed house in Lumen Field in Seattle. He is 12th man, hoping to see their Seahawks make it back to the Super Bowl. First play, second quarter, first down at midfield for the Rams. Stafford, direct handoff to Nacua, and Nacua will get up to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 for Puka Nacua. His helmet comes off at the end of that play, and more words being exchanged here. Second down and 6 coming up. Second and 6 for the Rams. Football at the Seahawk 46. Stafford's throw, pass caught. Davante Adams with a big gainer. Adams inside the 25 to the 23. That goes for 23 yards from Matthew Stafford to Davante Adams. Rams with another threat here. They've moved the football inside the Seahawk 25. First down and 10. Stafford, the handoff to Williams, and Kyren Williams tackled for a loss of a yard back at the 24. That'll bring up second down and 11. Second down for the Rams. They say Williams got back to the line of scrimmage on that play, so second and 10 at the 23. Stafford's pass is knocked away, incomplete. Adams, the intended receiver that time, but good coverage by the Seahawk defense. It'll be third down. Nick Emanwari applying the pressure that time and getting the defensive play for the Seahawks. Third down and 10 for the Rams at the Seahawk 23. Stafford looking. Stafford in trouble. Stafford is sacked. And that will make it an even longer field goal. That's going to make it about a 50-yard field goal. That ball may have came out at the end too, and there was also a face mask in there too that was missed. DeMarcus Lawrence on the sack of Stafford, and now this will be a 50-yard field goal attempt for Mevis. And Mevis from 50 puts it right through, and the Rams end up getting 3 more. On a field goal from 50 from Harrison Mevis, and that'll make it a 10-6 ball game. Sean McVay saying there was a face mask. Yeah, there was. It was missed. Eight play, 33-yard drive. Took just shy of 4 minutes. 3 minutes, 43 seconds. A Harrison Mevis 50-yard field goal. And we have ourselves a 10-6 ball game with 12-11 remaining in the second quarter. So the Rams able to get points on their last two possessions, but they've just been 2 field goals. So the Seahawks just about to get the football back again. They've scored on their first 2 drives, a touchdown and a field goal. Rams looking to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 4 years when they won Super Bowl 56 at SoFi Stadium against the Bengals. Seahawks looking to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 12 years. That Super Bowl was played at MetLife Stadium. They beat the Broncos in a rout in that game, 43-8. Rams to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, and the Seahawks will get it at the 35. So first down for the Seahawks. 12-11 remaining in the second quarter. From the 35-yard line. Darnold fakes the handoff. Now Darnold throws. Pass is caught. Jackson Smith-Njigba with another catch up at midfield. Hey, it may give him the 49 of the Rams. That'll be 16 yards and a Seahawk first down. First down at the 49 of the Rams. Smith-Njigba's 4th catch in this game for 49 yards. Oh, Darnold fumbled the snap, and he'll just have to fall on it at the 42-yard line. That's a loss of 9. I don't know if the snap came quick or what happened there, but a loss of 9 on first down. Showing the replay here. Let's see what happened. Oh, Darnold just dropped it. Didn't look like snap was early or anything. Darnold just missed it. 2nd and 19 back at the 42 after that 9-yard loss. Darnold Darnold in trouble and sacked back at the 33-yard line. Braden Fiske, the second-year defensive end out of Florida State, with the sack of Darnold, and it'll be third and very long for the Seahawks. It is third and 27, back at the 34-yard line. Seahawks need to get to the Rams 39 for a first down. This is just going to be a run up the middle. That's going to go for 4 yards, but the Seahawks will have to punt. So a missed shotgun snap and a sack stalls that drive out for the Seahawks. First punt of the game for Seattle is Michael Dixon on to punt it away. Dixon to punt. Xavier Smith at the 10, muffs it and will fall on it at the 13. That was almost disaster for the Rams, but Smith wisely just fell on it after he muffed it. So the Rams will start this next drive deep in their own territory, 9:18 to go second quarter. 10-6 lead for the Seahawks. Rams with their worst starting field position of the game on this next drive. They are starting at their own 13. Again, the New England Patriots, winners of the AFC Championship, they defeated the Broncos 10-7. The final score. So the Rams will be backed up at their own 13 for this next drive. Stafford's led the Rams on 2 drives where they've managed to get a field goal. Seahawks got a touchdown on their opening drive of the game. Twelfth man flag flying on top of the Space Needle in downtown Seattle. That's one of the places on my bucket list, the Space Needle. I have not been out there yet. Want to get out there. Always wanted to see the top of that. First down for the Seahawks at the or for the Rams rather, at the 13. Handoff on first down. This is Williams, and Williams will be brought down as he gets up to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and I beg your pardon, that was Blake Corum with the carry. It'll be second down and 3. Second down and 3 at the 20. Here's another handoff, and this will be a first down carry for the Rams up to the 24-yard line. It's back-to-back carries by Corum gets the Rams a first down. Blake Corum, second-year running back out of Michigan. He was on Michigan's 2023 national championship team. First and 10 for the Rams at the 24, down to 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. And here's another handoff. This time it is Williams, and Williams gets up to the 29. No, it isn't. It's Corum. 23 and 22. It's hard for me to tell until they're until they get up and their jerseys are turned. 2nd and 5 coming up. Corum remains the running back on this play, 2nd down and 5 at the 29, but Stafford's going to throw it this time, and the pass is caught. That'll be a Rams first down. Colby Parkinson with his first catch of the game, and it will move the sticks. First down for the Rams. From the 35. Stafford throwing, pass, caught. That's Nacua again to the Seahawk 44, a gain of 21. And the Rams are on the drive again. First down for the Rams from the Seahawk 44. And here's a handoff. This is going nowhere on first down. As Corum stopped right at the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the 44. Clock down under 5.5 minutes here in the second quarter. Stafford, here's another handoff and a big run this time for Corum. Inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 25. That goes for 19 on 2nd and 10. Blake Corum's been the running back this whole series for the Rams. Corum is going to the sideline for a little bit of a breather here. First down at the 25 of the Seahawks. And up the middle on a carry for a gain of 2. That is Kyron Williams. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Second and 8 for the Rams. Football sits at the Seahawk 23. Crowd getting loud at Lumen Field, trying to urge on their Seahawks defense. 9th play of the drive. Stafford on 2nd down. Pass is caught inside the 20 to the 17. That's Nacua again. Be a couple yards shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2. In a very swiftly moving first half. We're already down to 3:40 in the second quarter. Third down and 2 for the Rams. Have not converted a third down yet tonight, 0 for 3. But they're going to convert one here as Williams gets inside the 15 to the 11. It's a gain of 5 and a Rams first down. As we will tick under 3 minutes in the second quarter. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning. Been a long drive for the Rams, a drive that started back at their own 13. And they've moved it all the way to the 11 of the Seahawks. And a stoppage before the snap. It's going to be a timeout called by the Rams. Play clock was down to 1 second. Stafford did get the snap off, but the Rams called a timeout prior to the snap. So their first timeout here in the first half with 2:41 to play in the second quarter. Rams 11 yards away from taking the lead here late in the second. Boy, Sean McVay was running down the sideline to get that timeout called. And he just did before the snap. This will be the 11th play of the drive. First and 10 for the Rams from the 11 of the Seahawks. Nakua in motion. It's a handoff, and inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, it's a gain of 2. Bringing up second down and 8 as Corum back in as the running back on that play. Now, the Rams do not have to snap it before the 2-minute warning if they don't want to. Clock down to 2:08. Rams do get up to the line. And they're not going to snap. I think they're trying to get a free 5 yards there. And we have hit the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 10-6 lead for the Seahawks. But the Rams are driving. They are at the 9-yard line of Seattle. Trying to finish off this long drive that has taken up half the second quarter. This drive for the Rams started back at their own 13 at the 9:18 mark. Seahawks will receive the football to start the second half. Folks, do want to tell you at the half, I will be briefly pausing the live stream for about 10 minutes. I'll be back just prior to the second half, run down the first half stats, and get you ready for what should be an exciting second half, 30 minutes to see who goes to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara 2 weeks from tonight to face the New England Patriots. Rams will have a 2nd and 8 following the 2-minute warning from the 9-yard line of the Seahawks. Only been able to put 2 field goals on the board to this point. Rams wanting to finish this drive off with a touchdown. A drive that started back at their own 13. First quarter was all Seahawks, but the second quarter has pretty much been a quarter dominated by the Rams. So coming out of the 2-minute warning here, the Rams 9 yards away from taking the lead. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. Seahawks have all 3. Second and 8 at the 9. Stafford takes the snap. Stafford looking. Stafford throws to a wide open Williams, and he's in for the touchdown, LA. Kyron Williams got free and was wide open and was the recipient of that pass from Matthew Stafford, and the Rams take the lead here late in the second quarter. A 12-play, 87-yard drive finished with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Extra point is up and good. It is 13-10. Rams in front. Nine-yard touchdown pass from Stafford to Kyron Williams to give the Rams the lead. So what a drive for the Rams as they're able to punch it in the end zone for the first time in this game. So the Seahawks, let's see if they can answer with points right before the half. And again, the Seahawks will receive to start the second half. So a chance to go 2 for 1 here if you're Seattle. They have all 3 timeouts. So the Rams set to kick it off. So Sam Darnold and the Seahawks will now be having to come from behind for the first time. Still plenty of time. 1:55 with all 3 timeouts. Here's the kickoff. And this will be another touchback, and the Seahawks will bring it out to the 35-yard line. First down for Seattle at the 35. They only need about 25, 30 yards to get into field goal range. Darnold 8 for 10 in this first half for 130 yards. He hands it off on first down to Walker, and Walker will get run out of bounds after a gain of only about 2. It'll be second down and 8 for Seattle. Second and 8 from the 37. Clock stopped at 1:49 here in the second quarter. Darnold out of the shotgun on second and 8. Darnold throws off the hands and incomplete. It'll be third down and 8. Good defense that time for the Rams. Intended receiver was Cooper Kupp. That was his first target today. Third down and 8 from the 37. Darnold takes the shotgun snap on third and 8 and incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver, and the Seahawks go 3 and out. That's the last thing they wanted to do. Holani was the intended receiver, went right off his hands. So here comes the Seahawks punt, and the Rams will now have a chance to put more points on the board before halftime. Fair catch made at the 17. There is a flag down, so we'll see what the flag is. It's going to be a hold on the Seahawks. So with 1:33 to go here in the second quarter, the Rams get the football back, up 13-10. Two timeouts in 93 seconds. That is plenty of time for Matthew Stafford. Do want to tell you I'll be back on the live stream tomorrow night. 7 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be a college basketball live stream. Not sure what the game's going to be yet. It's going to be one of two games. It's either going to be Penn State, Ohio State out of the Big Ten, or Abilene Christian and Tarleton State out of the Southland Conference. I do try to get some mid-majors in there, so I'm actually leaning towards that game, the Abilene Christian Tarleton State game. Haven't gotten as many mid-major games in this year as I've wanted to. But we'll have a college basketball live stream coming up for you 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That will be on my YouTube and Kick streams. Sports Bonanza John on YouTube and Sports Kick John on Kick. So the Rams here with 1:33 to go in the second quarter will have a chance to put some more points on the board here before the halftime break. Late afternoon on a Sunday in Seattle. 41 degrees. The fans waving the green towels, urging a defensive stand here to end the first half. First down at the 28 for the Rams. Stafford with the handoff on first down, and this again across the 30 up to the 33-yard line for Kyron Williams. It'll be a gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up. Rams with 2 timeouts are not going to use one here. Second and 5 at the 33. Stafford throws right side, incomplete. Good defensive play that time for the Seahawks. Intended receiver was Puka Nacua, but it was a great play defensively by Nick Emanwari. That's the second good play he's made defensively here in the first half. Third and 5 for the Rams. Clock stopped at 1:09 in the second quarter. Stafford looking. Stafford throws, knocked away and incomplete. And the Rams will have to punt. Hang on a minute here. There was no play there. Right before the snap, the Rams took their second timeout. So no play, and we will do 3rd and 5 all over again. Third down and 5 from the 33. Stafford looking. Stafford throws, pass incomplete. And even if that was completed, it would have been shy of the first down, and the Rams are going to have to punt. Emanwari again for the Seahawks in there defensively. So now the Seahawks with 3 timeouts will have a chance to get points here before the first half ends. Rams trying to pin the Seahawks deep. And the punt. A fair catch made at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Seahawks will start this next drive with 54 seconds to go and all 3 timeouts. Down a field goal, 13-10. And once again, it bears repeating, the Seahawks will get the football to start the second half. So with 54 seconds to play and all 3 timeouts, let's see how the Seahawks play it. Seahawks will need to get about 40 yards to get into legitimate field goal range. Jason Myers is a good kicker, might be able to get by with 35 yards. Rams 10 unanswered points here in the second quarter after trailing 10-3 after 1. So Sam Darnold and the Seahawks offense will come out here with 54 seconds and 3 timeouts, trying to get on the board to end the first half and get the football to start half number 2. They'd love to do a 2-for-1 here. Sam Darnold 8 for 12 in this first half for 130 yards. Meanwhile, Matt Stafford 7 of 14 for 113 yards, does have the 1 touchdown pass to Kyren Williams. So here we go. Seahawks 1st and 10. First half was going by pretty quickly, but these last 3 minutes have taken about 20. First down at the 26. Darnold looks, throws, pass, caught. That'll be a first down to Smith-Njigba and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Clock stops at 49 seconds. First down, Seattle. Darnold again to throw. And that throw is incomplete. That was dangerous into double, if not triple coverage. It'll be second down. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. But there were at least two Rams, maybe 3 Rams defenders in the area. Dangerous pass there by Darnold. Second and 10. Darnold looking to throw again on 2nd and 10. Darnold throws a deep ball, has a man, and it's caught inside the 25. Jackson Smith-Njigba with another big reception. And the Seahawks are down inside the Rams' 25. "42 yards on the pass from Darnold to Jackson Smith-Njigba. Seahawks use their first timeout. That is 102 yards on 6 catches for Jackson Smith-Njigba in this first half. First down at the 22 of the Rams. Seahawks definitely in field goal range. Darnold throws short, pass caught inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. First and goal, Seattle. Holani with the reception. And with 30 seconds left, looks like the Seahawks took their second timeout, and they did. First down, Seahawks. Goal to go at the 9. Seahawks looking for the lead before the half. At least one to come out of this with a tie game. And now we've got movement before the snap. This is going to cost the Seahawks 5. This will be a false start. So that'll make it 1st and goal at the 14. Jalen Sundell, the center, guilty of the false start. First and goal at the 14. Both teams 1 timeout remaining. Darnold looking. Darnold throws out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. It was caught by Smith and Jigba, but well out of bounds. 2nd and goal coming up. Second and goal at the 14. 25 seconds on the clock. Darnold nearing the 200-yard passing mark in this first half. Darnold on 2nd and goal. Darnold gets rid of it. Wide open. Smith and Jigba, touchdown Seahawks. Smith and Jigba was wide open. The Rams brought a blitz. And it left Smith and Jigba wide open. Six plays, 74 yards to put the Seahawks in front. Extra point is good. 17-13. It went 6 plays, 74 yards in just 34 seconds. $14-yard touchdown pass from Darnold to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Seven catches, 115 yards in the first half for Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now the Rams with 1 timeout and just 20 seconds left are trailing again. Kickoff taken at the 1. Across the 10, 15, 20-yard line, 25, and out to the 28-yard line. With 15 seconds, let's see if the Seahawks or the Rams try anything or if they'll just take a knee and be content going to the locker room down by 4. First down for the Rams at the 29. Stafford throws over the middle. That's Higbee. Higbee has a first down across the 40 to the 41. Timeout Rams with 8 seconds. So the Rams can go to the sideline here one time to try to get into field goal range. Mevis getting ready for what could be a half-ending field goal attempt. Rams are at the 41-yard line, so they'll have to get about 25 yards on this play And they can't go use the middle of the field. They're out of timeouts. So it's going to have to be a pass to the sideline. And now the Seahawks will take their final timeout of the half. Make sure they have the correct defense. So both teams now out of timeouts, with the clock showing 8 seconds. So with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half, Rams have a 1st and 10 at their own 41. Stafford, clock's going to expire here, so Stafford, he's going to run it himself, and he'll just slide down, and that's going to end the first half of play. Ball's out. Naaman Yori's going to run this back to the end zone, but I think they're saying Stafford is down, and they are. Saying Stafford gave himself up when he started the slide. And we go to halftime with the Seahawks leading the Rams 17-13. And it'll be the Seahawks getting the ball to open the second half. A late touchdown gives the Seahawks the halftime lead of 17-13. 30 minutes to decide who will face the Patriots in Super Bowl 60. 17-13 Seattle at the break. Again, folks, going to briefly pause the live stream here for about 10 minutes. Be back rest prior to the second half, run down some first half stats, and get you ready for what should be an exciting second half. 30 minutes to see who will head to Super Bowl 60. 17-13 Seahawks at the break. Brief pause. Back with